All right, everybody, good morning and welcome to Against the Public for August 4th. I'm Dana Lane. Today we'll go through my top Major League Baseball free plays and we'll look for yet another winning day. Smashed it again on Saturday. Been on quite a roll. Hopefully everybody's been able to tell. We'll finish the show off with a quick examination of Major League Baseball divisional games and which teams are the best to wager on against divisional foes and which ones are the worst. We'll give you a perspective from 2024 and over the last 3 seasons, and you'll be kind of interested to see that the team that has done the best this year has done the best over the last 3 years. The team that has done the worst has also done the worst over the last 3 years. We'll break all of that down for you. After the show, please go to Pickdawgz.com. I'll have my premium Major League Baseball plays locked and loaded. Again, another winning day with our premium plays. In fact, if you were on board with our MLB 3-pack, perfect 3-0 day. So congratulations to you. Expect to see each and every one of you back again on Sunday. And of course, those 3-packs and the individual games always come with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee. You must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, you know there's only one way to get involved with every play that I release, and that's to simply become an all-access member. And you can do that over the next 30 days for less than $11 a day, the next 90 days for less than $10 a day, or better yet, guys, just simply get on board with that annual all-access pass, just $3.70 a day. You throw it on the credit card. It will take you right through the NFL preseason, regular season, college football. Basically, you're paying for that, and then in addition, you're getting the NHL, NBA, college basketball this time to this time next year in Major League Baseball, getting that for free, basically. So jump on board with that. Thank you to so many people that have already, and we're just 5 days away from a full NFL preseason schedule, 20 days away from college football. So there's no time like the present. And if you only want preseason football, there's only one way to do that. And you could jump on board with my preseason 2024 preseason pass, just $199.99. Gives you every play I released in the NFL preseason. And of course, last year, we say it every day, but last year, guys, if you were with us, plus over 4,000 units won between the NFL and college football combined. That was #1 on the website, so please make sure that you come back again this year. And if you missed out, don't miss out again in 2024-25. It's just these days and these years just run together. Okay, let's roll the sleeves up. Let's get on to your free plays for Sunday. Remember, these are probable pitchers, so please confirm before making your wagers, especially when we're talking about teams that are going to throw bullpen games. These pitchers can change at the very, within the hour of first pitch. So make sure you do double check before placing your wagers. Okay. 12:05 Eastern Time, we'll start things off. 9:51, 9:52, San Francisco Giants, minus $1.25 on the road. 9 over, minus 20 against the Cincinnati Reds. Robbie Ray against Carson Spires. So far, every dollar, almost every dollar, that has come in on the Giants, which I guess makes sense. It's common sense there. 68% of the tickets are also on the Giants, so the pros and the Joes are on the same side. Our interest is going to lie with the total here. We see 79% of the money on the over, 71% of the tickets also on the over, and that's pushed that juice from minus $1.15 to minus $1.20 over. For the Giants, former Cy Young Award winner Robbie Ray gets the start, his 3rd start of the season. He was terrific against the Dodgers when he came back from injury. Then he was crushed by the A's in his 2nd start. And remember, I tell you guys, the opposites always happen in those first 2 starts. Either they're really good in their first one and not so good in their second, or get crushed in the first and are really good in the second. That's what happened here with Robbie Ray with the A's. Annihilating, I guess, is a little bit aggressive, but 4 earned runs and 4 1/3 innings in that 5-2 loss to the Oakland A's in his 2nd start. Spires is 4-2, 3.46 ERA. He's going to make his 7th start of the season, 12th appearance overall, and his last start, the former Clemson Tiger, he was Clemson Tiger. Clemson Tiger star allowed just 1 hit, no earned runs, in 5 innings against the Chicago Cubs after missing almost 3 weeks. So great performance there. Reds have given Spire 6.88 runs of support this season, while the Giants have given Ray 5 runs of support in a couple games. looks real easy, doesn't it, here? And that's what that's to me what the odds makers want you to think. We're going to go San Francisco, Cincinnati, under 9 and the even money. Game number 2, 2:35 Eastern Time, 973, 974. Boston Red Sox, Texas Rangers. Rangers minus $1.30. 8 is your total. Nick Pivetta against Nathan Eovaldi. Nick Pivetta's 5-7 this year, a 4.47 ERA, coming off that. Comes in showing off a massive arm, a big strikeout pitcher, 112 Ks and 90 2/3 innings in 2023. He's going to have to bounce back. A matter of fact, both of these pitchers will. But Pivetta's going to have to bounce back after a couple of substandard starts against Seattle and the Colorado Rockies. Pitched a combined 9 1/3 inning in just 2 starts. Allowed 16 hits, 10 earned runs, 1 base on ball, 16 Ks. But the good news is, in July, opponents are hitting just .225 despite the last 2 poor starts. So he's been pretty dominant, and then he kind of sprinkled in those 2 games. Didn't look as good, but he's been very good prior to that. Eovaldi, 8-4, 3.38 ERA, but like Pivetta is going to have to bounce back. He has to be sharper than he has over his last 3 starts. Allowed 11 earned runs in his last 18 innings. That's a 5.5 ERA. Also allowed 5 homers in those games. To break, we want to kind of break that down a little bit further, though. We've seen opponents like Pivetta as well just hit .204. In his last couple starts, or in those 3 starts. So we're dealing with a guy that's battling long ball issues. He's had some base runners to deal with, but I think no matter how bad the numbers look for both of these pitchers, I think they're way better than those numbers indicate. And we also have seen, when we get into batting averages, both of those teams, really opponents have not been hitting well against them. It's the homers and it's the walks, and that's been the combination as to why that they've struggled over the last couple starts. 80% of the money is on the Sox, but overall public money doesn't agree. We see 77, or public tickets rather, we see 77% of the tickets on the Rangers. The pros and the Joes do agree on the total. We see 92% of the money on the over, 89% of the tickets also on the over. We are going to go against both of them, which is my favorite thing to do. Rangers have cashed 8 straight overs. Tigers, the White Sox, the Red Sox have cashed 2 straight overs. But yet we're looking at an 8. That's just a number that I did not expect. I think we're running away from a trap here, and we're taking the generous juice with us. We're going to go under the 8 even money. Game number 3, your get-out game, 7:10 Eastern Time, 9:59, 9:60. St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago Cubs, Cubs minus $1.55. 8.5 over minus 15. Miles Michaelis against Justin Steele. Cardinals have cashed 6 straight overs. Cubs have cashed 4, and yet the public, and so far this public is jumping all over it because they continue to jump on these streaks. When we have to take a step back and say, well, wait a minute here, you've cashed 6 straight overs and you've cashed 4. At some point, this is going to stop, and we have to be a little bit sharper. Sometimes we'll ride the wave because it just kind of seems like that's the way to go. But in this one, there's something just, you've been doing this for 3 decades. There's something about this game that tells me this is when it's going to come to an end. You have to be able to foresee streaks coming to an end, and that's exactly what we're doing tonight. Books are getting a ton of wagers on the over, and none of them have moved the total an inch. You know why? Because they want over money. Michaelis is 8-8, 4.99 ERA, giving up 11 earned runs in his last 17 1/3 innings, 5.71 ERA. He's also allowed 22 hits in 5 homers in that span. Justin Steele is 2-5, respectable 3.35 ERA, but like Michaelis has been pretty much rocked over his last 3 starts. 12 earned runs allowed in his last 15 innings, a 7.20 ERA. Makes sense to go over the total, doesn't it? Yeah, two negatives. My biggest saying that I say in sports betting, when you got 2 negatives or 2 positives, it almost always equals the opposite. We're going to go under the 8.5 minus $1.05 in this one. So it's an all under night, or an all under day for Sunday. Before we go, let's break down the divisional matchups or teams playing divisional games. And I want to see which teams are worth your money when facing divisional opponents, which teams should you absolutely run away from. And before I do that, I just want to give you a breakdown, a 2024 breakdown of each individual division. So which division has been the best against the money line in 2024? Well, that has easily been the National League Central. 282 and 272 would be your record, 8.02 units of profit. American League East would be second, 297 and 257 plus 0.83 units. National League West, 279 and 279, 500 right down the middle, minus 11.23 units. National League East, 274 and 277, minus 13.35 units. American League West, 262 and 293, minus 29.39 units. And the American League Central, 270 and 286, minus 31.25 units. Now, just to clarify in that's you're saying, well, wait a minute, that's not divisional games. And no, it's not. That's combined, and every game this year combined those divisions. So I'm just basically telling you which division has been the best and the worst to bet on. So the best has been NL Central. The worst has been the American League Central. Thank you, Chicago. And so that's not really a divisional breakdown. That's kind of an overall view in 2024. Now, let's break down the divisional games. These are just divisional games. Favorites in divisional games are 298 and 292, a 568 win percentage, minus 22.86 units. Underdogs, minus 4.12 units. Of course, you can flip the record. So favorites do better in divisional games, but of course, you're down almost 23 units. Home teams in divisional games, 271 and 250. It's a 520 win percentage, but still minus 26.13 units. Road teams minus 0.85 units. Not really anything there we can take unless you just want to blindly bet the National League Central, who's been doing fantastic, mostly due to the Pirates doing well. And really nobody in that division has been a pushover. Even St. Louis, who had a horrific season last year, has been pretty good this year as far as being consistent, not going on long losing streaks, and are certainly not going on long winning streaks, but consistent. You look at all these other divisions, you can point to teams that have gone on long losing streaks, especially in the Central and the American League West, certainly in the National League East as well. So that's kind of your breakdown as far as that's concerned. But let's do something a little bit different. Let's go through the teams, which will give you a little bit more insight of which teams are the best to wager on when they're playing inside their division. And by far, well, not by far, but the best team to bet on inside divisional games, or games inside the division, is the Baltimore Orioles, number one, 23 and 10 plus 8.98 units. They are followed up by the Milwaukee Brewers, 23 and 13 plus 8.14 units. Kansas City Royals, 24 and 11, nice record, plus 7.51 units inside their division. Arizona, 19 and 14 plus 6.26, and the Washington Nationals, 16 and 15 plus 4.25 units. The worst teams, well, usual suspects. Chicago White Sox are the worst team inside their division, 8 and 33 minus 20.85 units. They are followed up by their city mates, the Chicago Cubs, 16 and 26 minus 9.71 units. Miami Marlins, 10 and 23 minus 6.83 units, and the Los Angeles Dodgers, 21 and 18 minus 5.74 units. Obviously a product of them being overpriced most of the time. New York Yankees also in that list, 21 and 23 minus 5.50 units, as the 5 worst teams to play against inside their division. Now, let's just quickly, for the heck of it, because I can go down a rabbit hole on this thing, but let's go down the last 3 years. Which teams are the best teams to wager on over the last 3 years when they're playing divisional games? Well, Baltimore Orioles continue to lead the pack. They're 89-71 plus 29.86 units. Detroit Tigers 88-79 plus 18.68 units. And number 3 is the Pittsburgh Pirates 77-83 inside their division. But again, big underdog having some success plus 9.39 units. Chicago White Sox, the absolute worst team over the last 3 years to bet on inside their division. And really, anytime they're on the field, it's the worst team to bet on. 68-101 in divisional games, minus 40.40 units. Washington Nationals 51-107, minus 25.15 units. And the Boston Red Sox 64-91, minus 23.76 units. If there's anything you'd like me to research, please drop me a note on the YouTube channel. I'll be more than happy to go through it if I have the numbers. And as you know, I will do whatever I can to find those numbers. So thank you to everybody who gets involved on a daily basis. Thank you for all the kind comments. Please hit the like and subscribe button. That does it for your Sunday free plays and your handicapping tip of the day. Go to pickdawgz.com, get involved with one of my many available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play I release for one low price. We've got the NFL preseason up there right now. And like I said the last couple of days, if you haven't checked it out yet, almost every season pass on there has been prorated, and I do that kind of the first of the month. So we prorated those. Go check out everything we have to offer. If there's something you would like and that I don't have up on the website on Pickdawgz, you're like, hey, how about this or how about that? Just drop me a note. And if it seems like it's reasonable, I'd be more than happy to put it up on the website. Here's your Sunday free play recap. San Francisco, Cincinnati, under 9, even money. Boston, Texas, under 8, even money. And St. Louis, Chicago, under 8.5, minus $1.05. That does it for today's show. Thank you to everyone who continues to watch on a daily basis. Hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I put a lot of work into this. Just hit the like button. I mean, I see almost 2,000 of you watching, and less than 100 hit the like button. I guess you don't like what I say, but thank you to everybody who does take the time to do that. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. All the best to you and your plays on Sunday.